People magazine started crowning the sexiest man alive back in the early 80s, but sometimes, just sometimes, their topic didn't sit quite right with the readers. In this week's video, I'm counting down my picks for the top 10 actors who should have been crowned sexiest man alive by People magazine, but wasn't.
Follow the yellow brick road.
If you don't know who Jon Erik-Hexum is, you were probably born in the mid-2000s. This actor and model had a promising future ahead of him before his tragic death in 1984.
Tired, Emmett.
Which I covered in a video on this channel in the past.
May I ask where you're going? Down to the little flower alcove in the lobby.
He starred in the very popular TV series Voyagers, and his career was just about to take off when he portrayed a model in a TV movie, Making of a Male Model.
And became his best friend through life.
He had the looks, the body, the charisma, and everything in between to make him an A-list Hollywood leading man. And in my opinion, he should have been crowned the sexiest man alive in 1984, but unfortunately People magazine only started with that coveted title 1 year after his untimely death.
If you're given a great deal of credit without much to back it up, without substance, very bad for your self-esteem.
Do you think your looks will ever be a detriment to your career?
It's a detriment now in some ways.
Michael Biehn seemed to be in everything back in the 1980s. From Terminator, The Abyss, Aliens, and even portraying Saint Sebastian. It seemed that Hollywood had found their new it boy.
You do pronounce it Biehn.
It's Biehn, yeah.
Yeah, as in
a can
pork
of
and
beans.
Yeah.
He got his big screen break in one of the most beloved musicals in the past 50 years, Grease. But his role was so small that if you blinked, you missed him.
All right, listen. The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Part man, part machine.
Hollywood seemed to love him and even considered him for the role of Jack in 1994's Speed that went to Keanu Reeves. He might not be in as many movies today as he was back in the 1980s, but that didn't stop fans from hoping that he would one day be crowned the sexiest man alive, given the fact that People magazine overlooked him in his heyday. Mario Van Peebles' first screen appearance was in 1968. In the soap opera One Life to Live. It seems like so many of Hollywood's most handsome actors started their careers in soap operas.
Okay, Alex, you don't have to give me anything. Because by fourth quarter, you're going to be laying on a stretcher.
After making his big screen debut in 1986 Heartbreak Ridge, things started to go his way. His career was soaring to new heights and he even appeared in the music video of Billy Joel's song A Matter of Trust in 1986.
Rest assured, the record will show you all died heroes.
Though he was chosen by People magazine as one of the 50 most beautiful people on the planet in 1991, it is not the same as being crowned the sexiest man alive. And I personally think that that was a huge oversight on their part.
It's killings against God.
I mean, you do realize I'm giving you a chance to shoot a white man.
He can sing, he can act, and that basically makes him the full package in Hollywood. So, why was Jon Bon Jovi never picked as sexiest man alive by People magazine? His band Bon Jovi formed in 1983, but it wasn't until their third album Slippery When Wet, released in 1986, that they received widespread success and global recognition. As the 90s approached, his band was one of the hottest bands in rock music, and he even ventured into a solo career. And if you didn't know, he even dabbled in acting. I think my favorite Jon Bon Jovi role was when he was on Ally McBeal for 10 episodes. So he can sing, he can act, and yet People magazine apparently never heard of Jon Bon Jovi.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
No, Billy!
Skeet Ulrich was a leading man in the making back in the early 90s, with roles in movies like Scream and The Craft. But somewhere along the way, his career took a bit of a slump and he disappeared off the radar.
Started off hot and heavy. Nice solid R rating on our way to an NC-17. And now, things have changed.
Sure, he graced us with his appearances in movies and TV series like Jericho and Miracles.
Sir Agnes's body has been kept intact by apricots.
But it seemed like he lacked staying power. So it's understandable that he went under the radar of People magazine.
Wearing gloves?
He made sort of a comeback in Riverdale and was just as handsome as ever, but for me, nothing beats 2006 Skeet Ulrich from Jericho. A show which was ahead of its time, which ultimately led to its cancellation.
The name Skeet.
Yes.
Are you a country boy from North Carolina?
I am, yeah.
And where did Skeet come from?
It was a baseball coach gave me the nickname. I was small and fast and...
A skeeter, in other words?
Yeah. It started out as that, and then I switched it.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Heath Ledger built up an impressive resume of 20 movies in the short time which was his Hollywood career before his untimely death in 2008 at the age of 28.
I'm gonna tell you this one time, Jack twist, and I ain't fooling.
When he won the Academy Award for Dark Knight in 2008, he became the first actor to receive the award
How to pronounce words with Stephen Bertram. The word posthumously refers to work published or an award given to an artist after they passed away.
As well as the first actor to receive an Oscar for portraying a comic book character. One of his most memorable roles was in Brokeback Mountain, and when asked if he had any fears about playing a gay man, Heath Ledger replied that he was not afraid of the role, only that he wasn't mature enough to do it justice. He was outspoken about gay rights when Brokeback Mountain came out, which not only makes him an ally, but also somebody that was worthy of being crowned sexiest man by People magazine.
Yeah, I think it's a real shame. I think it's immature, for one. Really immature. But I think it's an incredible shame that people go out of their way to discuss or to voice their disgust, I should say, or negative opinions about the way two people wish to love one another.
Yippee-ki-yay, mother...
Everyone knows who Bruce Willis is, except the people working at People magazine. No matter who you are, I'm pretty sure you've got a favorite Bruce Willis movie. Mine is The Fifth Element.
Tell me about him anyway. I hope you two aren't planning anything serious.
Starting his acting career in the 1985 TV series Moonlighting, Bruce Willis made a name for himself as one of the go-to guys for action movies.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
His Die Hard movies made him an action hero, and movies like Pulp Fiction, The Sixth Sense, and 12 Monkeys made him an icon.
What?
In 1987, he released his first and only album, The Return of Bruno.
What's up? I'm Bruno. I left in
No, not that Bruno. The album peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard 200 with the lead single Respect Yourself.
Respect yourself.
Again, another actor who can sing and act and was apparently overlooked by People magazine for some reason. I'm starting to lose my faith in People magazine. Taye Diggs is one of those few actors who has a smile that can make both men and women go weak in the knees. His breakthrough role was in 1998's How Stella Got a Groove Back, and the world stood back and took note of him. He had several other notable roles, like in House on Haunted Hill, Ally McBeal, and Will and Grace.
Can't believe I'm in the wrong theater. Well, maybe you're not.
His sexuality has been heavily debated online over the years, especially in the recent years after a clip of him supposedly coming out as gay went viral.
Kind of like this look, where it's kind of just...
Noah.
People will notice.
Noah, what do you think about Tay-Tay's hair for
this next part?
He has admitted in the past that he is fluid when it comes to sexuality, but he has never really clarified what he meant by it.
Oh, we got a rope? Oh my goodness.
Either way, I think overlooking Taye Diggs was one of the biggest mistakes People magazine ever made, and they owe him a personal apology. I'll admit, I only discovered German actor Boris Kodjoe later in life when he appeared in the TV series The Last Man on Earth. Named as one of the 50 most beautiful people in the world by People magazine in 2002. Really? Really, People magazine? I give up on your editorial team. I give up.
See, it's funny how sweaty you can get working on an ice machine.
That's funny.
In a 2023 interview, he declared himself an ally by stating, LGBTQ communities are not a threat to anyone. They have the same rights of expression like any other human being. We have the same rights across the world. It is not up to me to tell you who you should love. It is not up to me to tell you how you should live your life.
Aye.
I know what it was. Don't play with me, son.
This former model and actor is not just a pretty face and an ally, he also has a bachelor degree in marketing. Just a little tidbit that I thought I'd throw in. Okay, just before you stop the video, just hear me out on this one. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but Joseph Gordon-Levitt went through various stages, proving that he's a perfect man no matter whatever your taste is in men. From his awkward teen image from TV series like Third Rock from the Sun and his memorable appearance in That 70s Show, to his more manly, masculine roles in the years that followed. He has proven that he's one of the most diverse actors in Hollywood. In 2013, he appeared on the cover of Out magazine, and his sexuality has always been a subject of much scrutiny. He has always been open about everything in his life except rumors around his sexuality. He's gone on record that he won't disclose whether or not he's gay, stating that if he did, the one speculating would win. A bit of food for thought. Did you enjoy this video? Obviously you enjoyed it, so why not try and check out some of the other videos on this channel. Here's a link to a video to help you on the journey to discovering more videos like this one on this channel that you might enjoy.